There's going to be two questions we're going to ask ourselves for these units at the close of each month. And these are the two questions we have to be able to answer if we want to say that this unit qualifies for tax credits. And those two questions are, is the unit qualified, which means it's either occupied by a qualified individual or it's a qualified vacant unit, and is the unit suitable for occupancy? We have to be able to answer yes to both of those questions. If we can't take credits on that unit. So I'm going to ask you those questions over and over again, so hopefully you're answering in your head and playing along with me. But let's look at Unit 2. That tenant moves out, so we say, perfect, we have a vacant unit. Let's get in there and rehab this vacant unit. And so at the close of month 4, we ask ourselves our questions to see if we can take credits on this. Is this unit suitable for occupancy and qualified? Well, it's a qualified vacant unit, so we can answer yes. And it's back online after rehab, so we can answer yes. But unfortunately, at the close of month 3, when we ask ourselves those questions, is it suitable for occupancy? We have to answer no, because this rehab took the unit offline at the close of the month. And so this unit's not suitable for occupancy, so we could not take credits for this unit during month 3, even though it was a qualified unit. But we flash down here to Unit 4. Remember, Unit 4 is a qualified vacant unit, but we did our rehab all within the span of 1 month. But let's ask ourselves those two questions. Is this unit qualified? Yeah, it's a qualified vacant unit. Is this unit suitable for occupancy? Well, our rehab's done. I'd hope that when we're done rehabbing a unit, it's suitable for occupancy, else we really need a new contractor. And so, yes, this unit is back online and we can take credits, even though we rehabbed this unit and took it offline. You know, we used to believe that once a unit was taken offline for rehab, you had to get a new tenant in there to qualify that unit to start earning credits again. But the 8823 guide clarified that we just look at the status of that unit immediately before it came offline. So this unit stays as a qualified unit, and so we can see for that unit, we get to take credits on it for its full life so far. So when they transfer, once again, we swap status. And this is where the swap status gets really interesting. Unit 3 now becomes a qualified vacant unit because that was the status of Unit 4 immediately before this transfer. Let's look at that one more time. Look at that. Wow. They swap status. And so now Unit 3 becomes a qualified vacant unit, even though we've never had a qualified individual in there. And we'll talk about this a little bit more in record keeping tips, but this is why it's so important to keep track of what happens with your project, because your investor is going to come in, they're going to say, you're telling me Unit 3 is qualified? Show me when a qualified tenant lived in that unit. Show me one piece of paperwork that shows that. And you'll be like, well, so far a qualified tenant's never lived in that unit. But you can show them that transfer documentation, and Unit 3 does become qualified at that point. We take Unit 3 offline to rehab. Once again, we ask ourselves these questions at the close of each month. At the close of month 8, is it suitable for occupancy? No, we can't take credits for it. Month 9, yes, it's suitable for occupancy, and it's qualified because it's a qualified vacant unit. So we can actually start taking credits on this unit that never's had a qualified individual actually living in it.